Hello everyone and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage, the show where Sean and I take a look at every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. I am Tennille.
And I'm Sean, and today we are looking at the first 1976 film.
But the third Asterix the Gulf film we've looked at so far.
Indeed, The 12 Tasks of Asterix from Dargaud Films, Belgium, France.
Now, in case you've missed our other reviews on Asterix, to kind of sum up our thoughts, these films have really been our only exposure to Asterix, and I don't think that's a fair way to look at this series, considering he's a comic book character first. But, long story short, Sean and I haven't been the biggest fans.
His movies are bad.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that, I just think the character is also bad, because I think he's probably fine. I think for him being a newspaper cartoon character, I think he perfectly suits that role. Which leads me to something I kind of want to talk about before we even get into this movie, is I think Asterix would be much better suited off in a Garfield and Friends-esque TV series versus movies.
I could definitely see that, because these movies feel pointless.
And I know you don't need to be on the edge of your seat for any of this, but it is so predictable to the point of being boring. It's boring to watch. Even the times where it has decent jokes or something with the characters, you're so bored that it just doesn't land.
I will say that this film is better than the previous two films.
Yeah.
The general art direction and staging works a lot better. The animation feels choppier, but I think has more character to it.
Wow, I have almost the exact same thing written down in my notes.
Wow.
I said, you can tell that the original artists work on this film because the character drawing is more solid. You can almost pick out frames where the original artists drew over the animator's work. And then I said, however, the animation is a bit choppier and varied in quality compared to the previous films.
Yeah. And now I want to get into the big problem of why this doesn't work as a film. And I guess this also correlates into why it would work better for a TV show.
Right.
We need to talk about steaks. And not like the steak that you eat.
A big juicy steak.
No. The problem is the main cast of this series is unbelievably overpowered.
Right.
They're just so strong that they giggle and laugh and joke as they beat the crap out of literally anything that comes in their way.
Right.
That's the joke, is that they're so strong that they find it funny how weak everything else is. And you can...
However, they're also the underdogs of their story.
They're always the underdog, but they're not the underdog.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be framed as such, but it's not believable. And that's where the problem of this is. They need to figure out some way to make them feel like an actual underdog or...
Feel vulnerable.
Feel vulnerable at all. And this movie, brief plot, Caesar challenges the Gauls to 12 tasks in a Herculean style that supposedly only demigods or gods themselves would be able to accomplish, and if they do, they'll become the rulers of Rome.
Because they are gods.
Because they're gods, and there's no way that the Romans can beat them.
Right.
If they fail, then they have to... They will be considered humans, and they have to live under the rule of Caesar.
Yeah.
Spoilers, they do it.
Yeah, and it's not ever a oh, will they make it out of this one alive, or oh no, what if they fail? Failing is not even something that is considered.
No, it's run faster than the fastest guy in the world, or throw a spear farther than the guy that can throw the spear farthest.
How
Just weird, dumb stuff like this.
How are these tasks that are supposed to... No human can do this. What, run faster than the fastest guy on Earth? So what, did you consider that guy a god before this event?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
They're all really dumb like that. Or eat all of this food. We got a big fat guy. All he does is eat. That's his character.
Yeah.
Eats easy. Make it across this lake without getting seduced by these women. Oh, you don't have any meat on your island? Guess we're leaving. Dumb stuff is the reason that they win. There's only one of these tasks that works on a fundamental level of being a challenge for these characters because it has absolutely nothing to do with any of their strengths.
Right.
And that's the one where they're stuck in corporate hell.
Yeah.
And they have to go up, like they have to get Form 838. So they go up to a window and they're like, oh no, you have to apply it this window over in this part of the building. So they walk over there and they're like, no, you've been put to the wrong spot, and they have to walk somewhere else. And they're like, oh, you need to fill out this form that you get at this window before you can do this. And
I don't know where it is. Go back to the front desk.
Go back to the front desk and they'll tell you where to go. And then that's the joke.
Yeah.
And this goes on for an extended period of time.
This is like the longest task, but it's also the one that is the most well done.
Yes. Like, it just keeps going and dragging out to the point where you go insane, which is the joke.
Yeah.
And eventually the main characters outwit the people by asking them for a form that doesn't exist, and they're like, wait, how do we find that? And then they are the ones stuck running around, and that's how they win. That part didn't work as well.
The conclusion is messy. How they get out of it does not feel earned.
Yes. But that joke of them being forced to go through all this crap where their physical and mental and like all of their prowess means nothing. It's the only time in the movie where they feel like actual underdogs, and the joke works until it just keeps going for way too long.
And falls flat at the end because it can't deliver a satisfying conclusion to it.
Yes. That's the only joke in this that almost works. Otherwise...
And they do take... It isn't like, you know, there's ever a point where there's a montage of some tasks that are really easy for them to do. No, the movie takes you through every single one of these tasks. And it feels repetitive by the time you get to task 2.
Yeah.
Like, it... And again, like, if this was a TV show... that would be fine, because it's just little comedy setups with a formula, especially for TV around this time. This would be perfect for that. But for a movie, it's like, all right, I'm
bored.
I'm sitting here for way too long watching the same thing happen over and over and over again.
I just want something interesting to happen in one of these films. And it never does.
Right. But I also... just think on a fundamental level that what Asterix the Gull is and like the characters that surround it, it would take quite a bit of reworking the
fundamental basics of the universe
for it to be appealing to us.
Spitballing. There's another tribe somewhere that is also equally as powerful, and then they actually have to have an actual competition where there's wins and losses on both sides. There's an idea that would play off of the fact that these characters are ridiculously strong, but also try to make them have an actual challenge. I still don't think that would work very well, but like, there's an idea.
Well, or maybe just make it like the magic potion is something that gives you, like, yes, it gives you unbelievable strength, but while you use it, there's also some kind of handicap you have to deal with.
Yeah, some sort of downside.
But again, like, that's not the point of Asterix. The point of Asterix is that there's an underdog who is actually super overpowered compared to the people he's fighting against. Against unbeatable odds, even though it's very easy for him to beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, notes on this film is that the original artists, Reen Goscinny and Albert Uderzo, did write and direct this film, and this was also not based on any pre-existing Asterix comics. Also, this film had a ton of studios working on it.
Oh.
Not limited to the Hallison Bachelor studio.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even think I remember seeing them in the credits, but when I looked up the film on Wikipedia, they were listed as one of the crediting studios on the film. So, cool, I guess.
Okay. Lots and lots of people worked on it.
Yeah. Connecting the dots.
Yeah. So, would I suggest people watch it?
If you're a
if you
fan-
like Asterix.
Yeah, if you're a fan already, if you're wanting to look into Asterix,
Don't watch the movies.
yeah,
That's honestly my thoughts on it.
Yeah,
Read the comics, they're probably better.
probably.
Or they probably have a better pace set for that particular format than
And
the
they're going to
movies.
just be more representative of the source material itself because they
It's the
are
source
the source
material.
material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably skip it.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we get to move on to the second film of 1976, and it's another sequel.
Yay! What is it?
We get to go back to Toei Animation with Puss in Boots Travels Around the World.
Oh, I love my Puss in Boots. I'm excited to see him again.